racing. Now, here's Doc Riley.
Welcome back to Inside Drag Racing. Rain, the event's been called, and of course, as always, when the rain's called, the sun comes out and the rainbows pop out. But Thomas, let's talk a little bit about this weekend. Just your thoughts coming into the weekend, and why run with the Ultimate Outlaws?
It opens a lot of doors for our future. It's very competitive, so many different combinations. It's exciting, plus we love to do it. We've been doing it for years. Anything can happen. Everybody has a fair shot at this. I mean, we're all running on the same size tire. Don't matter how much power you got, it's how good can you get it down to the ground.
You know, that tire seems to be an interesting equation, because a lot of guys will say this class is just nuts.
It is nuts. You're on about 8 inches of tire, over 200. You know, you sometimes question yourself, why do you do it? But then the ego takes over. Here we are.
The ego, the little adrenaline rush. Let's talk specifically about the car.
It's a 2005 Mustang, Proline powered, twin turbo, precision turbos, Lenco transmission. Actually own, Gil the owner. Grant McCreary helps me tune it. My own business, Casper's Corner. We do all the maintenance, all the work on the car. My son, myself, Eddie, my crew, Ski, Billy, Eddie, Darren. I mean, I couldn't do this without any of these guys. My family at home. I mean, they sacrifice a lot. They run the business when we're out here playing. So it has its pros and cons.
You know, you say your family's involved, and TJ's probably a great example. He's racing as well.
Oh, yeah, he races. My youngest son races. My daughter races. I mean, we race up from they started in junior dragsters. And, here we are now.
TJ, let's talk about the class that you're in, that 850 index class. Why run that particular class?
Well, it's a real tight field within thousandths of a second. It's a good competition. There's two ends of it. There's a reaction time end and a big end of racing. So you got to be good at both ends in order to win a race.
TJ, let's talk specifically about your car.
It's a 93 Mustang, small block Ford, nitrous, power glide. My dad tunes it. He's the man behind everything, makes me get down the track. Gil owns it, my crew behind me. They'll help me out throughout the week. It's nothing crazy, simple, small tire, small motor, you know what I mean? Street car, that's what the class is based on. Scotty Merkel built the motor. Applied Nitrous does all the nitrous. Mickey Thompson's the tire I run. They're the key components to make me go down the track along with him.
You know, he said that's a pretty good combination, but he's had some very good success with that car as well.
Yes, he won 3 track champions. Acco Raceway, Cecil County Raceway, Englishtown, track champion, all 3 tracks. And he's leading at 2 right now, number 2 at a 3rd. That's having a very good year.
Pretty good resume.
Yeah, it is. Couldn't do it all these guys though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And him.
Yeah, well, let's talk to the him that you talk about right here. And Gil, this is putting together a combination like this, and this entire team really seems to be something that you'd almost have to be nuts to even try to do this. I mean, it seems like there's an awful lot of loose ends or things that could go wrong, but these guys seem to have it all together.
It would be nuts, but it's a family. They are part of my family. They've been like brothers and sons and sisters, and it wouldn't work if they weren't part of my family. You cannot find these people off of the street. I would not invest the money and the time that it takes to build a team that I have built without a family of people like this. It takes a family to do this. You cannot have the success that we have had and that we are having right now without it being a family. It has to start there. And that's why I did it. I'm a drag racer at heart. I can no longer do it. So now I have other people do it. And I help people come up from the ranks and move up into the larger cars, and we'll be advancing into larger cars ourselves.
You know, it seems like you're always moving forward. This Ultimate Outlaw series really has some great advantages as a racer and also as a team owner.
Yes, it does, and we hope to continue it next year and for the rest of this year. And it's a great venue to put the performance of a large horsepower car on a small tire and watch a driver and a crew chief put their heads together and put the car down the track. To go 6 seconds at 220 miles an hour is amazing on a 10-inch tire in a car that weighs 3,000 pounds. I love to see it, I love to feel it, and they bring it to me every day.
You know, and they've got an opportunity right here to do an awful lot personally for themselves as far as competition, as far as their own personal resume. But I think just from my observation, the fact that you've got kind of that leadership right there, pointing them all in that direction.
Well, I do my best at pointing them in the right direction and trying advancing all of their careers and stacking their resume as best as they can. But I hope to advance their careers in my organization and no one else's. Yeah. So if there's anyone out there attempting to call them up to drive their cars, they'll have to wait in line for quite some time.
Which is great. You know, one other good thing that's here, there's an awful lot of seriousness that goes on, but this group, my guess is you probably got to stay on your game to stay ahead of these guys.
Oh, yes, yes. If you're not on your game around here, you're going to be in trouble. It's a lot of fun. We put a lot of fun into it, and if we didn't, we wouldn't be able to win. It would just be too serious and too stressed out, and you wouldn't be able to win. There's a tradition in the Christie and Casper racing camp between the father and son that whoever cuts the better reaction time per round, the other has to wear a hat. And you can see the special hat in the background there as the father who cut the worst light is wearing right now. That's just one of the ways we keep the stress level down in the camp, so we win the races that we do.
Well, you know, they've got a good look all the way around, and as you can see, this whole winning combination, not just one person, it takes an entire team to be able to do that. And family, well, that's an awful big part of it. Let's check in with Nate. I know he's hanging out with another crazy individual, maybe what you call a colorful character here during this weekend.
We're back in the pits again. I'm with Rockin' Rob Cherkis from Precision Nitrous Tech, also our current 850 index points leader. Rob, how's it going?
It's going really well. I'm happy to be points champion right now. The car's working well. Dave Acker at Precision Nitrous Technology put a good tune on the car. Well, my racing background, mostly Orlando Speed World, World Street Nationals, Rockin' Rob. It wouldn't be the same without me. I run the world's fastest plate. Really exciting nitrous oxide, lots of it. #1 in the Ultimate Street Car Shootout. I've set all kinds of records. The fun is crazy. It's not just about the racing. It is fun. It's family fun. Mothers, sisters, brothers helping each other out. These shows are incredible. I have a chance to run my car. It really rips. These events are great. I'm so ecstatic.
You know.
Inside Drag Racing is brought to you by ARP, the world leader in racing fastener technology. By Low-Car Motorsports, the evolution of excellence. And by Summit Racing Equipment, the world speed shop. News and notes. Summit Racing Equipment has renewed its series sponsorship of the NHRA Summit Racing Series through 2012. Also, Summit has renewed its title sponsorship rights of the SummitRacing.com NHRA Nationals in Las Vegas and the Summit Racing Equipment NHRA Southern Nationals in Atlanta. Let's take a look at the GM Parts Direct.com calendar. The Outlaws in action at Cecil County Dragway in Rising Sun, Maryland, Saturday, September 26th. And a November race date, Davis Technologies Ultimate Outlaws at Carolina Dragway in Aiken, South Carolina. Even though there was limited on-track action, lots of people very happy about the Holeshot Wheels Ultimate Outlaw Shootout. They're next in action again coming up in the state of Maryland. Our thanks to Nate and Adam Pritchard and the entire crew of the Ultimate Outlaw Shootout staff. Next week on IDR, we'll have you more sportsman racing. Until then, I'm Doc Riley. Thanks for watching IDR on FSN.